All right, W Corp Heathcliff. Skill 1, it looks pretty normal. At X plus charge, gain coin power. So it doesn't say for every X charge, so I'm guessing it's only going to give up to 1 coin power, which isn't great. Like, it's probably going to be 3, 4, and 4, and then maybe like coin power will put it up to 3, 5, and 5. And T Corp Otis had the same thing where she only gained 1 coin power, but she did have a passive that gave her a lot of damage. So I'm guessing he's going to have either a damage passive or it's going to be 4, 4, and 4, and then go up to 4, 5, 5. Because right now, like, gaining only 1 coin power in like with modern IDs is really not great. But yeah, so skill 1 is kind of like whatever. Although it does give rupture count. Although once again, W Corp IDs, they kind of just throw rupture in there just to have. So I don't really know how good that's going to be on rupture. Now, rupture IDs this season have been a lot better, so it's possible that he could actually be decent for rupture. But it's likely he's not going to be meant for rupture since he also has charge, so he's probably going to be more focused on charge. And just from the video preview, he, I think, is going to be using charge potency quite a lot. So we'll see how that goes. And actually, yeah, I think this is also using charge potency as opposed to charge count. Skill 1 isn't going to be used a whole lot. That's true, but like having an ID that with a powerful skill 1 is very, like, an ID with a strong skill 1 always feels like it's more consistent than an ID without a strong skill 1. Like, an ID's skill 1 can sometimes save it, like with our Corp Ishmael, because like her skill 2, really not great, but at the time, like back in like season 2, her skill 1 was like the strongest skill 1 and just made it feel very consistent. Skill 2, let's look at that now. Okay, so combat start, gain charge barrier equal to X plus charge potencies. Okay, so more charge potency. Unused consume X charge count to gain coin power. And at X plus charge, gain coin power. Okay, so I'm guessing it's 1 coin power for each. And these numbers are probably going to be 4, 6, and 6, just because it's always like that. That's like most cases, which isn't like super great, like damage wise or anything. But I mean, clashing wise, it's like whatever, because it only goes up to like, well, I mean, I guess if you're gaining 2 coin power, it goes up to 20, but like still compared to other IDs like Synced On, I mean, the new Synced On, like it just doesn't really match up. So it doesn't seem great unless like rupture count like saves it, but for the most part, it doesn't seem too important. You probably noticed a distinct lack of damage in his kit so far. Yeah, damage-wise, his skill 1 and skill 2 are really not it. There's a reason for it. Rip space. All right, let's look at this rip space. Now, rip space is always the most interesting part of a kit because, I mean, it's rip space, so it should be the best part of a kit. So let's see what it does. Combat start. This unit has X plus charge potency or less than X% HP. Convert all coins in this skill into unbreakable coins. Okay. This unit loses a clash while this effect is active. Gain final power. So you want to lose a clash with it, I'm guessing. On use, at X plus charge, consume charge count to gain coin power. Okay. Gain clash power equal to charge potency. So he gains clash power, but he gains final power from losing a clash. So I'm guessing you don't really care whether he wins the clash or not. So I don't know if one will give more power than the other, but I mean, it doesn't say gain X clash power, so that just means 1. Same with the final power. But so yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter whether you win it or not. Head state gain charge count for the first 3 points, and then coin start. That's a new one. Consume up to X charge count to gain coin power for this coin equal to charge count consumed. Hold on, what? Consume up to X charge count to gain coin power for this coin equal to charge count consumed for this coin. So basically, however much charge you consume on the fourth coin, you're gaining that much coin power on that coin. That's a really confusing way of phrasing that. Inflict rupture. Okay, deal slash damage equal to charge potency times Y% of this final coin's damage. Okay, so that's a really interesting number. That's a really weird number to have. Like that's a weird number. All right, now for the defense part. Okay, overcharge, clashable guard, and move on to reason for the distinct lack of damage on this too. All right, let's see what this guard does then. Combat start at less than, also unbreakable. Oh, and it's clashable. At less than X charge count, gain the following effects: gain overcharge next turn, turn end, remove this unit's first stagger threshold. Okay, that helps with the skill 3. Turn end, add one rip space to the list of skills for the next upcoming turn. Okay. Like, okay. You guard, you replace the upcoming skill with a skill 3. Huh. Okay. Now the thing is, I don't know if this add one rip space replaces a skill. Like, I don't know if there's still going to be, because there's always 3 skill 1s. Let me hide this here for a second. There's always, actually, let me use it. So there's always 3 skill 1s, 2 skill 2s, and 1 skill 3. So if this adds a skill 3 to 2 skill 3s, I don't know if that means that it's going to take away a skill 2 or a skill 1. But, also, I don't know if it says it goes away either, because if it just adds 1 rip space every time you do that, then if you just keep adding more and more rip spaces, then what's stopping you from having a deck of 20 rip spaces, 2 skill 2s, and 3 skill 1s? But, similar to how evade overrides it. I mean, yeah, if evade, or if this does like override a skill, then it won't be as strong as just adding like 5 skill 3s to your kit for free. And what stops you? What stops you is what overcharge does. All right, let's check out overcharge then. All right, defense-oriented charge. Gain charge every time this unit consumes charge count. Okay. This cleansing armor. Combat start. If unit has less than X% HP, gain shield equal to charge potency. Alright, that's kind of whatever, I guess. Or I guess shield is helpful for the skill 3. Must be, right? It's helpful for the where is it? Loses a clash, right? And also, I guess, for the less than X% HP unbreakable coins. It's helpful for a different reason. Alright, I guess we'll see with overcharge. Let's just keep reading the immediately before getting hit, shield equal to that. Unit gains charge count past. If this unit gains charge count past the max charge count cap by using a skill. Oh, so if you try to overcap, is that what overcharge is? The skill deals more damage for every charge count that exceeds The max charge count cap. Okay, so basically you get to cap charge and you go over that, or does overcharge? All right, we'll see what overcharge does now. Support passive will read after overcharge. All right, become immobilized. Okay. Take less damage based on charge potency. Turn start. Gain charge barrier based on charge potency. Turn end. Gain charge count and attack power up next turn. And what is this effect? Okay. Gain aggro to units leftmost slot. One hit. Gain charge and load next turn. What does a load do again? If this unit is in panic or in ego corrosion. What is load? Is it on, all right, let me see if I can pull it up on multi-track Heathcliff. Where's a load? Does he have a load? He doesn't. So what is a load? Because I didn't see a, oh wait, does W Otis have a load? I think she did, maybe. Yeah, she does. Yeah, it's on Otis. Hold on, let me pull this up on the screen. Where's, okay, game capture. Oh, it's behind the screen. All right, it's fine. If I drag it there, and then, is that visible? I think I have to slide it, drop to the, okay, that's a load. Max value 6, attack skills, here, let me slide down on it. Okay, max value 6, attack skills that consumed charge count, deal plus 2.5 damage. Okay, 15% damage is not bad. 30% damage is not bad. So yeah, that's not bad. But or well, these don't stack. It's like 15% or 30%. But oh, turn end effect expires. Okay. But yeah. So that doesn't sound like super crazy, I think. But yeah. Where did game capture go? Alright, it's fine. So to summarize, Heathcliff, guard, stun yourself for 1 turn, get stronger, skill free, repeat. Okay, so yeah, if he can pull off the same thing that Faust can, where, well, he can't skill 3 every turn, but if he can pull off the Faust use skill 3 every turn, or every other turn at least, then that would make him pretty strong. But yeah, all right, so that's Heathcliff. Next up is where is it? Next up is Bloodfiend Meursault. It's every 3 turns. Turn 1 guard, turn 2 you're stunned, turn 3 skill 3. Oh, that's, I mean, it's not like bad, but yeah, his damage output I don't think is going to be as high as someone with a strong skill 2. I mean, unless his skill 3, like, if he's using like Dawn's level of rip space every turn, then that would be like very strong. But I mean, what's like the likelihood of him having a rip space as strong as W Dawn or W Ryoshu? Something multi-crack will be better to use to boost everyone else. Yeah, because that Heathcliff doesn't really like I didn't really see the part where he gives charge count to other allies. And once again, Dawn's egos are still probably the best source of charge out there. So it's not like super crazy or anything. But yeah. All right, so now Meursault. W. Heathcliff is just another charge DPS. Yeah, that's what it seems like, and I think that's not really what charge needs. So we can tank a bit with the shield. Yeah, he seems like he's more of a tank than anything else, because I mean his skill 3 even has unbreakables, and unbreakables usually means that you're a tank. Speaking of, I see a few unbreakables here, so let's start the review of Bloodfiend Meursault, or the Prince of La Mancha Land Meursault. Alright, so I wouldn't call Manager Dawn a tank. I mean, I think all Bloodfiends kind of have a tanky element. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of just like, well, I mean, Manager Dawn just kind of does a lot. Like, she does a lot. Like, why does she do a lot? Because she can. I think that's kind of all there is to that. Manager Dawn has very little HP, not great strike threshold. I mean, yeah. But, like, she also regenerates HP as well, so that kind of makes up for it. And then I'm pretty sure once you get your stagger threshold down once, then it's just gone. So if you, like, lose that and then heal, then you get Manager Dawn. Do you know how they get something from every Bloodfiend? Yes. Wonder how that's gonna go. I mean, they don't really have any skills left because, I mean, Dawn at least doesn't have any skills. I don't know if Prince of La Mancha Land will get anything from other Bloodfiends, but Dawn can't really get anything from Meursault. Because also let me find out. Because also that timeline is kind of like, or that, like that, what's the word? That mirror world with Manager Dawn and the rest of them is, that mirror world is different from this one with Meursault. So if anything, Meursault might be able to get that, but Dawn won't really be able to interact the other way. At least is my prediction. Alright, so skill 1. Alright, let's pull up the arrow again. Okay, so skill 1. March Conductor. On use, on self and ally with the lowest max HP, consume Blood Feast and apply Hard Blood Armor. Okay, Hard Blood Armor, I'm pretty sure Dawn had, or no, not Hard Blood Armor. Was it Hard Blood Arts or something like that? 3 coin. This one, by the way, not very. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah, 3 coin on a skill 1 is pretty good. I'm not seeing. Oh, there it is. Coin power. Oh, hold on. For every X plus bleed gain coin power. That on this is very good. Like that's like really good, because this could be like 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, but because it says it has X plus bleed, then that can make it go from 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 all the way to 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, which means a 15 rolling. But then it also has this X plus bleed count. Wait. Oh wait. Oh no, it's not for every. All right, then it's probably just regular 3, 3, 3, 3. All right, never mind. So it probably just goes up to like 12 normally, which is still really good, and then 15 with that, and then having X plus bleed count with final power probably makes it go to 16, and 16 on a skill 1 is really good, really good. But yeah, inflict rupture doesn't really matter on a bleed team, but inflict bleed count, that matters quite a lot on a bleed team, because bleed count is, we want bleed count, we want more of it. And yeah, so that the skill 1 looks really good. Skill 2, on self and on ally with the highest match HP, consume Blood Feast and apply Hard Blood Armor for every X Blood Feast. Prioritizes La Mancha Land and Bloodfiend higher kindred allies. If the affected ally is from elemental land, apply additional hard-boiled armor. All the blood fiends do random rupture. Yeah, I feel like that it's not really like necessary, but I guess they just throw it in there just cause. I don't really know why, honestly. I mean, actually no, maybe because they're like falling apart or something because of how like old they are. Although actually, I don't think they're falling apart in the mirror world that they're in, because I think they stayed fed in the mirror world with IDs. But yeah. So prioritizes elemental land and blood fiend higher kindred allies. If the affected ally is from elemental land, apply additional hard-blood armor. Okay, so that tells you that it can apply hard-blood armor to IDs that aren't from elemental land, which is good to know. If this unit failed to consume Blood Feast, gain bleed on use, gain coin power for every X bleed on target. Skill 1 targets the lowest HP allies. Skill 2 targets highest HP. All right, let's take another look at that actually. Targets self and ally with the lowest max HP. Consume Blood Feast and apply. Okay, and then with high max HP. So S1 for Dawn, S2 for Gregor. Ah, okay. Yeah, that does make sense a bit. Okay, so then gain coin power for every X bleed. Okay, this is the one that gives you more than one coin power. Coin power for every X something. So that tells you it's going to be at least 2. Gain final power for every X. That tells you it's also going to be at least 2. So this is most likely going to roll a maximum of 22, right? Because if it's 4, 6, and 6, then with 2 coin power, it'll be 4, 8, and 8, and that would bump it up to 20, and then final power up to 22. At least that's a prediction. Hopefully it would be higher, but he already seems pretty strong, so... And deal more damage for every X hard-blood armor on self. So if he has like a good amount of that, then that could be very strong. Or it could at least make the damage of the skill more worth it. And also bleed count. Oh, hold on. Inflict lust fragility next turn. That is huge. That is really big. Lust fragility next turn. It's been a long time since we had any fragile on an ID. And for like turns where you are like bursting down like a much higher health boss, that is gonna that's gonna do a lot. Like that's good. That's nice to have. Although I don't know why he has that, but just having that just to have that is still very good. But yeah. All right, now let's look at the skill 3. And looks like there's 2, but we're gonna look at this one first because I think this is skill 3-1. Oh yeah, it does say it's 3-1. All right, so let's kind of fit this to the screen a little bit for a sec. All right. Okay, on hit with this skill, heal X% of HP damage dealt. That's already really good. Already really good. At X hard blood armor, activate overture instead. Okay, so we'll see that in a second. Gain coin power for every X bleed on target. Okay, so if this is 4 and 3, then that's gonna go to 4 and 5. So it's gonna roll like a 24. And deal more damage for every X bleed count is also really good. Trust me, you'll say, I don't know why he has that more, especially one of the passives. All right, let's we'll see. Apply hard blood armor. Read must go on. Apply hard blood armor. Allies and self. Prioritizes elemental land and blood fiend. Higher crit second. If was a less risen, apply hard blood armor to allies with the lowest max HP as well. Okay, so that's good. After attack, This target is defeated, further increase blood feast. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Bleed count is really nice. Bleed count is really nice. On hit without cracking, inflict La Mancha Parade next turn. Inflict La Mancha Parade. Now, what does that mean? let's check out this one now. Overture. On hit with a skill, heal X% of the HP damage dealt. That's once again really good. Gain clash power. Clash power. What about coin power? Okay, I'm guessing this already has a minimum of whatever coin power this adds, or this one adds. This one. All right. On hit with a skill, heal X% of the damage. Okay, we already did that. Clash power. Okay, that could be good. Deal more damage for every exploit count. That's good. Apply hardboiled armor. Same thing with the hardboiled armor. After attack, consume all hardboiled armor on self. Skill defeating target. Additional increased blood feast for every X target defeated. Does this have attack weight? This must have attack weight then. It's got to have attack weight. Defeat for every X target defeated by this skill. So the question is, how much attack weight does it actually have? Okay. Bleed count, once again. Bleed. We'll mention parade again. At X plus focused performance. What? Also inflict Y. La Mancha Parade to Z of the targets. Okay, so that sounds good. On hit without cracking, gain hardboiled armor next turn for every X of the skill's damage. Staggered, broke apart, or defeated. Okay, and then this one, clashable counter, good. Unused to X allies, including this unit. Apply bleed and activate X times. Okay, then reduce their bleed count. Does not activate for higher kindreds. Okay, that sounds decent. Clash win, gain hardboiled armor. Inflict bleed, inflict bleed. Okay, so that's pretty solid. In the trailer, it showed 3. Yeah, I would guess 3 just because of, I mean, 3 is just kind of like the standard number when they do AoE. Because having AoE do 2 just doesn't really make sense because it also doesn't add another. So if it did like 3, that would make sense. I mean, if they went to 4, it would kind of be a little too much. But 2 is too little for AoE, honestly. Because, I mean, usually, like, in a focus encounter, that's only enough for, like, 1 enemy. Unless you get lucky with the way it's set up. But, alright, now for the passives. Okay. Blood Feast. Blood Feast is Blood Feast. We don't have to read that. Responsibility of a former prince. Turn start. The following effects activated for elemental land identities are... Following effects activates for elemental land. The following effects activate for elemental land identities with hardboiled armor stack. Focus performance when stagger due to damage. Recover from stagger, and then consume all hardboiled armor. So it just protects them from a stagger. That's good. If the Princess of Elemental and Rodian is on the field, she and the Prince of Elemental and Meursault will both deal more damage with their skill 3, including in powered versions. That's not bad. Oh my god, why is there's so much? Combat start. If this unit has a hardboiled armor, gain the following effects based on stack. At X plus stack, gain offense level and defense level. Why does he have that? I mean, yeah, no, the thing with Princess Rodian does make sense, but just additional offense level up is like, what? Like, what is, he just gets haste. He's not even a haste ID. He doesn't need speed. He just gets more stuff. Like, a Rodian synergy makes sense, since like the Princess of Elemental Land with the Prince of Elemental Land, like that makes sense. But like, just offense level up and haste just because, like, like okay. Combat start if the unit has focused performance, inflict LIMBUS on. Okay, so what does that do? We're gonna read that at the end. On hit, enemies against bleed. If this unit has less than X% HP, heal Y% HP. Hold on. On hit against enemies with bleed. If this unit has less than X% HP. Okay, so that's just good. This for the turn. The amount of blood fees generated is multiplied by X as a support passive. Okay. So even if he like dies, because obviously you're having him on the field, because why wouldn't you? Even if he dies, he's still gonna be doing a lot, it sounds like, for the Bloodfiend team at least. Okay, hardwood armor. If this unit isn't at max HP, after a skill attack, heal X% HP damage. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Very good support passive, but you really want him on the field, yeah. Yeah, but like, yeah, so have him on the field first, and then if he dies, then he's still gonna be doing his work. But yeah, so that's good. After attacks, unit dealt HP damage, will lose 1 stack. He gives extra lifesteal to all Bloodfiends with hardwood armor. Yeah, that's like just an extra source of like HP regen is just really good. After attack, if this unit dealt HP damage, lose 1 stack. Okay. If Lost Resin was activated, have the amount of HP healed, but do not lose any hard. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. I mean, that's... I mean, if everyone's doing 400 damage, you don't really need more than 200 health healed. I don't think they even have that much health. Well, probably have like a little bit more than, but yeah. Okay, focus performance. Elemental land identities only. Codes and power versions. Skill 1 and skill 2 gain final power and deal... What? Gain final power and deal more damage for every stack. Skill 3 gains final power and deals more damage for every stack. Okay. After attacking, so you really want to use step back the power instead of skill 1, for example. I'm sure less resonance. I mean, I guess it depends on the turn and how much you stack, because I think he applies it like a lot, but I mean we'll see when the numbers drop, but for the most part it seems like no matter what he's just gonna be doing a lot. This unit does not have hardwood armor and will stack. Wait, after activating skill 3 or turn start, okay. Now for the final part, Bloodfiend should never not have Lustrez, TH, they have a lot of skills. Yeah, they do. It's like their main damage resonance source for the most part. Okay, La Mancha Parade. Take more damage from Lust skills. If target is a La Mancha land identity, take more damage regardless of the skill's affinity. Hold on. Okay, that's something. That is something for sure. Because if you can use Otis's skill 3, the Bloodfiend Otis skill 3, and do the same damage as you would with a Lust skill, that would be pretty good. At max attack, deal less damage against elemental identities. Okay, lose stack either after the skill hits and ends, or after the skill that attacked this unit hits and ends. So, take more damage from Lust skills. So does it just add on to the multiplier? Maybe? Or is it like a fragile for Lust again? Bloodfiend should not have... Oh. Yeah, he gives a lot of damage and survivability to Bloodfiends. He's an awesome addition to the team. Yeah, so he does seem very strong. Like, he seems like he's definitely going to be doing more damage than, like, Priest Gregor, for one, because Priest Gregor doesn't really do an insane amount of damage. I feel like he's more of like a tank, aside from the skill 3, but for the most part he kind of just tanks things for the team. But we'll know how the parade damage works until it comes out of TBH. I'm assuming it's like a less damage. I would assume it's more of like a Lust Fragile. But yeah, it seems like a new kind of Fragile to me. Because I mean, it also gives buffs to, because I'm pretty sure you apply this on an enemy, and so I feel like it's more of like a status than a like boost for your own team. Priest Greg is good because he bleeds himself to generate blood feast for everyone. And skills don't consume any of it. He jump starts them and keeps them more heal. Yeah, so he's like good for the team, but he doesn't really do much like damage wise though, because he has like a 2-coin skill too. I mean, the Meursault does have a. I think he also, where is it? I think he also has a. Yeah, 2-coin skill 2, but he also has a 3-coin skill 1, and he just seems like he's gonna be doing more damage. Yeah, but without him, everyone else, his damage is kind of half. Yeah, because the blood fiends don't actually do bleed, so they struggle making their own blood feast. Yeah, I think yeah. Priest Gregor, he's good for blood feast, but I still think that like damage wise he's lacking. So having another ID that does damage on that team is definitely gonna help them out by like a decent amount. And I wonder if they're ever going to have another like Blood Fiend ID, because I mean there are other Blood Fiends like in the story obviously, but like this is kind of, because this is all within the La Mancha Land family kind of, because you know like the Dawn, Rhodia, Otis, Meursault, or not Meursault, Gregor, they were like all from the same like mirror world. So having Meursault kind of join that team is still like, he's still from La Mancha Land, but yeah, so that's interesting. Founder of La Mancha Land, Heathcliff. That would be cool. Yeah, it would be cool. But yeah, so it definitely looks like a strong ID. And yeah, I think here, let me get both him and Heathcliff on screen. Where's Heathcliff? Here he is. So I think Meursault compared to Heathcliff is definitely, probably Meursault's going to be a higher priority for people to get. But yeah, neither of them are bad. I mean, Meursault's obviously very good, but Heathcliff is more like questionable whether he's like worth actually getting, I guess. Is he a blonde Heathcliff ID now? Maybe one day. But yeah. I think that might be all for now. All right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the video there, honestly.